Hey guys, today we're gonna be doing interview question for a front-end developer that was asked in 2024 by one of the companies with 1,000 employees for a front-end developer. Okay, so the question is like that. We're given user and user has a rating which is books. So he has books and he has a rating for every book with a score. So this is our user, and now this user have friends, and all the friends have also ID and they also have a rating. So rating is books, so we're gonna treat rating as books, and it has a title and score again, so it's an array. And we are also given minimal score. So our function find interests, so it's kind of, we think about it as if it's a suggestion to the user that have minimal rating, which means this rating or above a user will be interested in. But and also with this rating and his friends have it in their rating with a score above. Okay, so there is a couple of things here also, that what happen if the same book is found, all the friends have the same book. So what happened in this case is that we need to calculate average score for this. So for example, in our case, we see that our user have 5 friends, and if for example all the 5 friends in this case, almost all of them has Pride and Prejudice, for example, with, but it can be different score. So for this user the score is 0.8, and for this user Pride and Prejudice the score is 1. But what we want to do in this case is we want to calculate the average score, which means 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 1, and we divided by 3 because 3 users that I can see reading it, 1 2 3, and then the average score, then we're gonna compare it with an expected minimal score. Okay, and another thing also, we don't want to return books that are already, the user already have it. So if for example, if for example some of my friends already reading Crime and Punishment, and I also have it in my rating, so I don't want it to be a suggestions. Okay, this is also important part. And we want to order them by score, which mean as a bigger score first, and if the books have same score, then we want to order it alphabetically. Okay, so this is what we want, and let's start. So to start, I'm gonna have a result. Well, first, yes, so our user has rating and he has friends, so we can fetch them. I'm also gonna be adding, so we want to add the books that we're gonna be collecting. And also, so in order for me, I don't want to go over because it's an array for a user. It is an array for a user, and for me to check every time, because I will need to check that the books are not in my user. So I would like to create const user books, and I'm gonna put there. Again, also in this case, in case I have a number of books, I'm not sure it's possible. In this case, I don't think that user can have two of the same books. No, a user cannot have two of the same books. It would not make sense really to have same books with different score for the user. Okay, so this is my user books. Now we want to go over our friends. Okay, we want to iterate on our friends, and for every no, I don't want that. What I want is so I'm going for every friend, and no, so I'm gonna have a result here, const result. Gonna have it right now. So okay, so let's see. No, my user books, this is the books that I already read. So if it doesn't include user books, then only then I want to put I'm gonna create a map, and I'm gonna store there because I want to know by name. Okay, so I'm gonna have a result with a title, sorry, I'm gonna have a result, and I'm gonna put by title name. I'm gonna put my rating, which rating is basically it's a book. Maybe it will be clear, but okay, so rating is a book title. Okay, so I'm going over my friends, and I'm asking if a book score larger or equal minimal scores, that means it is valid for me, and it also is not included in my books. Okay, so because I don't want it if it is included. Okay, and now so I want for my title, so I want to first I don't want to store all everything that it contains. I want to also store the number of users. Okay, so for example, right now I'm adding a new, and I want to add the count. So the count will be I'm gonna be adding all the book. So all the book I'm gonna be storing the book, and I want to add the count. So my count would be a number of if I have it already in result, then I do count plus 1, otherwise count. So I want to count, I want to have a count. This is for the average, guys. So I want to count for every book. I want to count how many users had it. Okay, and I have here some issue. Where is this coming from? Okay, this is close. This is my book. This is my if. So my if is here, like that. Again, here I need to close that, like that. Okay, so I'm collecting, and just also remember, when you have a lot of conditions, so it's important for you when you collecting some data, it's important for you to collect all the possible information that you can collect by some identifier. So in this case our identifier is a title, and we're creating a map and we're collecting all the information. So we're collecting the score, and we're collecting the number of users that number of users, but also we're collecting the total score. So I'm gonna call it total score. Just to remember why what is it, why we need it. So we would need to calculate average. So when we need to calculate average, we want the number of users that have this book, and we want total score. With this number we will be able to calculate average. Okay, so this is for the average, this is what we want. So now so I'm going over all of the friends, I'm checking, I'm not using my book, so I don't need to collect it. Okay, now I have total score and count. Okay, so now what I can do, we will need to do a sort, but first I need to calculate an average. So we're gonna go over my result. Okay, so we're gonna go so basically what we need to do is we're gonna do result for each book, average book score, I would say, but this is a map. And I still so just object keys of result. No, I don't need to delete it, but so for each key I'm gonna do, for each key I'm gonna have a book is result of key, and I'm gonna set average score with total score divided by count. Okay, at this point we have, and what we want to return, So we want to return keys of result sort. No, this is not so now we need to yes, so we're returning so we have a result and we want to sort it because we have average score, so we want to sort it by average score and then we want to return it. Okay, this is one of the ways. So I'm going of my keys is array of the names, and for every name we're calculating because we have average score. Or so what happens if the score is equal? Okay, so if the score is equal, this will be 0. Okay, so if this 0, we can add sort by result of B title it's I think two local compare by title. So if the score is different score, if it is different, if they are different from each other, then we will receive the number and gonna sort by it. But if it is 0, if they are equal, then I want to sort by text. Okay. Okay, so let's also const suggestions. Okay, I'm gonna return these suggestions. Return suggestion. So as you see that even though we have ChatGPT, we still need to understand the problem, and we need to be able to choose right solution and to correct improper solution. So it's not like ChatGPT doing everything while you can give him what you want and he will do it, but you still need to understand to fix it, and for you to be able to fix a bug in his solution or verify a bug, it's even more harder. So I don't see any problem with using ChatGPT for your coding. Just it should be done. Okay, so we're gonna print console log. I want to print suggestions, but I also want I want to print result. I want to print result here, and it's a good question because it shows that I can tell you that it shows a lot of conditions, and most of the question about a lot of conditions come to the same point where you need to collect as much data as you can collect, so you will have it, and eventually with all the data that you have, you can generate the result as much as you want it. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, so I want to print suggestions, and I want to print our current users. This is what we're receiving, and let's also print a minimal score just to see that what we are having. And And so here I have all the test cases, so it's a different test cases, and we're gonna run this test case here. So let's run it. Ratings. I think just something is not saved. Ratings. And which line is it? Don't even know. Ratings. Let's find. And upstairs. Oh, it's all. Let's just see that everything is correct. Save again. Run. Okay, so this is our suggestions, and let's just see if we have any failed tests. I'm gonna search for failed. Okay, so we have one failed test case. So let's see what we have. Failed test case. Okay, this is the one. This is a failed test case. So we have our user, and he doesn't have ratings. And he doesn't have ratings. And he's let's see test case 5. Test case 5. Okay, test case 5. It's just an array. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5 one. So our user doesn't have ratings. He has number of friends here. Let's just put his friends here. Let's put his friends here. This is his friends, and this is what is expected. So let's check. 0.6. Okay, so 0.67. So first of all, we're taking everything. So the result is the tale of two cities. Yes, because so he should receive this one, tale of two cities. They all above. So they all above 0.6. No, she shouldn't receive this one. It should be above 0.67. So yeah, but the average eventually, yes, so he should receive that because the average will be more than 0.67. And the Lord of the Rings, let's see, the Lord of the Rings. What about Harry Potter? No. Harry Potter, no. Okay, so the Tale of Two Cities and the Lord of the Rings. And a Lord of the Ring, his score will be higher. So what is an average of let's calculate the average. Let's see. So 0.9 plus 0.6 plus 0. What is it? 8 equal divided by 3. 0.67. So first should be the Lord of the Ring, and then should be Tales of Two Cities. And let's see what we have. This is expected. This is a suggestion. And this is expected. Why? And why is it failed? Suggestion. First Tale of Two Cities and then The Lord of the Ring. I assume it is because we're dealing with let's print our result here. Okay, so we calculated the average here, so I want to print console log result, and I want to print everything. So yeah, a result. So let's see in case 5. Let's run it again. I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna run it again. Let's search for failed. This is expected, and this is what I return. Okay, the Lord of the Ring average score. And what does our calculator got? 0.67. A Tale of Two Cities. Yeah, but there is more than that. Okay, what's the JSON? The stringify. If you see the problem, you are great. So I'm gonna run it again. Okay, we're gonna go for failed again. So this is our failed, the Lord of the Ring, and we're returning first the Tale of Two Cities. So for some reason, a Tale of Two Cities 06, a Tale of Two Cities, and so for some reason we didn't collect it for 3 friends. We didn't collect it for 3 friends. Ah, wait. Okay, so here I don't really care if it's more because we're calculating the average, so this blocked me. Okay, so in this case, okay, so I don't want to say bookstore is larger than minimal store because I'm interested in average, so I'm gonna remove that. Wait, but I'm gonna take that. This I want this because now I want to filter. Okay, so I want to filter my results. So before I'm doing the sort, now when I'm calculating the average, okay, so now I want to filter it. Okay, so now I want to filter the map. So we went to the average score. Now we calculated it, and now we're gonna go and put it on the map. Okay, so for each of them we calculated average score, and now okay, I'm gonna it's not really a result. I'm gonna it's a book map. Okay, book map. Let's call it a book map. I want to call it results. So everywhere there is a result. Bookmap, 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 bookmap. Okay, so this is my bookmap, and here I calculated. Don't have result. I have a bookmap, and now okay, now I'm gonna create array, which is const result, and it's array. Okay, so now when I have an average, I can put if it is, I push my book finally here, and now my result is array, so I don't need to do this thing. So my result is array, and now I can do just B and A and B and A. Okay, much better. Let's clear this and run that. Failed false. Yeah, but why does it even print failed? If result is true, then passed, otherwise failed. Ah, okay, that's weird. Okay, so I just want failed or passed. Okay, so let's clear that and want to find failed. Okay, now I have another failed. Ah, I have a lot of faileds now. How is it possible? I have a lot of faileds now. Failed. Wait. Okay, so put if book average score larger or equal minimal score, then I push the book. Yes. Yeah, but expected and I want to print result here. Okay, so I want to print actual. I'm doing it with you together. So live actual. Okay, now let's clean and do it again. Let's go for one test case that is failed. Okay, all of them are failed. Oh, okay, I shouldn't return that. I'm sorry. Okay, I shouldn't return the full thing. So there is suggestions. Now we can sort it, and here we just do map to title. Whew. Okay, so run this again. Failed. Okay, we have no failed test. Okay, so this is very important to create your test cases. Okay, with expected and actual, and be able also to see when it's failed as actual and expected. This is very important. And then the basic things that we do, we print in the input and we print in the output. It helps a lot. Okay, so again, what was here? What did we have? And what was important to look at? What was important to look at is a condition on which that you can have same book in number of friends, and then the score should be calculated on average. So you needed to collect information. How do you calculate average? You need the total number of friends, you need the number of friends, how many friends have it, and the total score, and then you can calculate and then you can calculate the average, and then you can sort by this average. Another thing is that you need to you don't need to add the books that user already have, and for that the good thing would be is not to search every time in his rating, but to create a map or set with the names, and then just check if it doesn't include. Okay, so you will not need to search in the map all the time, which is not good for performance. This is what we had. What else? So collect as much information as you can by unique identifier that you have. In this case, the title is our unique identifier. So we calculated as much information as we can. Then we calculated the average, and then we checked, okay, so now if this average, this is our main condition, so we collected a lot of information, we calculated the average score, and now we see, okay, if the average score is equal or greater than a minimal score, which is passed as a property, okay, then we add it to result. And then we can also sort. Again, about sorting, so sorting, we do it by score, and again, but if two scores are equal, then it's a common practice to do is to sort it by ABC. Okay, so if they are equal, this is 0, so this condition is false, then it will go here. Okay, and it will do sort by title. Okay, and then important is how your result should look like, and the result in this case should be just a list of books by title. This is what was expected. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.